COVID-19 pandemic hitting the world last year, women and other vulnerable constituencies have been known to be disproportionately impacted by the pandemic and lockdowns. It is at this moment now than ever before that governments must plan, budget, implement, and monitor the recovery resources in a manner that is truly transformative and gender responsive, what we call gender responsive budgeting or GRB. For an IGC study, my colleague Yamini Mishra and I scrutinized and documented the GRB processes and mechanisms in Bihar, a state that recorded a steady and high growth in its gross domestic product over the past decade and narrowed gaps in some gender development indicators while lagging behind in others. We document that the government of Bihar is one of the early starters on GRB in India, having published its first statement on gender budgets in 2008, what is also called a Gender Budget Statement or GBS. The state's estimated GDP increased between a range of 11 to 30% over the 10 years starting in 2010. With the only exception in 2018. Over the same decade, gender budgets ranged between 2 to 5% of the state's GDP. While the overall state budget estimates increased over a range of 3 to 27% during this period, gender budgets appear to have increased only marginally. Since the GBS does not report corresponding output results against gender budget allocations, it is nearly impossible to map what is actually being spent against what is budgeted. The non-availability of gender statistics like sex disaggregated data further constrains tracking what actually reaches women and girls and diverse genders. We hope that a robust GRB architecture, which we propose in the study, can be streamlined and operationalized at the state level and can also be adapted to the needs and governance institutions across district and local levels in Bihar. More details of our study are available on the IGC website.